Good morning and welcome back to my Settle to Carlisle Way part 3. We're going to resume in a bit from the Ribblehead viaduct and go as far as Garsdale station. I'm just going to have a quick look into this cave, and also today on part 2 the visitor centre at Ribblehead wasn't open, but luckily for me it is today, so I'm going to have a look around there first before we get cracking. Why not come along? Look at this for a cavern in the limestone. I can just make out the running water down there. Anyway, we're now going to go and have a look at the Ribblehead Visitor Centre. Carlisle Railway Trust. Don't you love these old stations? Tickets. Picture there, shanty towns, Ribblehead. Hello. We've got an old chimney off a loco. Christmas Eve saw a dreadful accident on the Settle to Carlisle line. A night express train from London to Glasgow ploughed into the back of 2 light engines in the north of Hawes Junction. 12 people died a terrible death as a wrecked train of wooded-bodied carriages lit by gas and with locked doors caught fire. Yeah, the chimney was found in the 1980s, and they believe that's the loco that it came from. It was involved in the crash. Wow. 1910. The crash, the worst on a British Railway's history. Wow, the Ribblehead viaduct. Either 17 or 19 arches, I can't remember, it might even be 21. But the arches are over 100 foot high anyway. It says you've got to beware of falling masonry. Built 1876. Wow. Shanty towns of Sebastopol, where the navvies lived, were just over there, where over 100 men died constructing this viaduct. We press on to blea, moor, signal box, tunnel and beyond. Just looking across to blea, moor, signal box, the remotest signal box in England. In 1952 there was a story where Nancy Edmondson, who lived there at the signalman's house, was sunbathing on the pigsty one balmy April day when she heard a load of screeching, a lot of noise, about 100 yards away from her, but she couldn't see anything. There was just steam and dust, and when it cleared, there was one loco on its side and a couple of carriages, and incredibly a carry cot shot out of the window of one of the carriages, but the baby luckily was unharmed. Just as I'm talking, a service train comes past. Brilliant. This is the southern end of the Blea Moor tunnel, which is just under 1.5 miles long, and when we get to the other side, to the northern side, we're in Cumbria. See them spoil heaps in the distance? Well, that's the trail I want. I've just got this problem. Getting over this beck safely. Let's see where we can get to. Just been sat having my dinner next to that round brick structure, which is in fact an air shaft for the Blea Moor tunnel. I was having a sandwich and I could actually hear a rumble of a service train going beneath me. Incredible. As you can imagine, in 1876 when the line opened, that steam, or smoke sorry, in the tunnel would have lasted for ages. So there's air shafts that let the smoke out, or that's the idea behind it anyway. Starting to leave Ingleborough and Whernside behind now. Looking back to the air shaft, fantastic views. And when I think I get to the top here, the actual Blea Moor tunnel is 500 feet below me. Wow. You might just make out the snake of a train in the distance. Comes into view is Gill Viaduct and Dent Head Viaduct, and we'll go down and have a good look at them in a second. Well, probably more than that. Wow, what a scene. This is the northern end of Blea Moor tunnel. I'm now officially in Cumbria, and look at these views. Second viaduct of the day, Dent Head Viaduct, and we head on to Gill Viaduct, and we'll be walking under that one a bit nearer to it. How beautiful is this? Cannot leave or pass here without taking that. Also seen a sign for red squirrels. How lucky am I going to be? Third viaduct of the day, Arton Gill. Wow, what a day this is turning out to be. Seriously, I can't remember a better lunchtime view out on a walk. Can you imagine 150 years ago men using wooden templates to build this viaduct and others? I wonder if they thought they would still be here these 150 years later. Wow, what a spot this is. That's the viaduct we was having our dinner at. The views down to Dent Station. That's the Dent Valley, that is fantastic. Back to Carlisle Station. That's a quarter of the way done. Wow, that was a tough stage, but fantastic. The only thing I've missed is going to Dent Station, but time was getting on and I wanted to get here for my train back and see a steam train come through the station in a little while. There's the old water tower there, the old buildings. Let's go and have a look inside on one of them. Little signal box. And here's the famous dog who stayed by his master, Russ Walk, that's him. Stayed loyal to his master, who had died on a Welsh hillside. We're now in the waiting room at Carlisle. Crash and fire at Aysgill, Christmas Eve, killed 10. I think that's what I was looking at earlier on this morning at Ribblehead. Yeah, the chimney came off one of the trains. Fabulous. Well, what a fantastic stage 3 that was. We're now about 26 miles into the way. Many highlights, and the viaducts are fantastic, aren't they? Just like to say thank you very much for watching, liking and commenting. Catch me on part 4 when we head to Kirkby Stephen, and hang around again for the music at the end. It's going to be Mike Donald again with his Settle to Carlisle Railway song. Fantastic song. Thanks for Sarah for the use of the song, and I hope you enjoy the steam train footage I've captured today. Bye for now.
In the year of '69 they planned to run a train from Settle to Carlisle all across the mountain range. They employed 3,000 navvies to build this mighty road. And across the fells through Appleby that old steam engine roll. And it's up in the morning, lads, in Winston Ale. Hold fast to your hammers, lads, and lay another rail. It's 72 miles from Settle to Carlisle. across the roughest country boys in the British Isles. They said it would take 4 years, but it took them near 7. And the first 20 miles sent 402 kilometers up in the morning light, wind, snow and hail. Old Fasty Hammers let lay another rail. They set up shanty towns to protect them from the cold. Ain't Sebastopol and Batty Whitehall. And when they tired of women and the drinking of strong beer, they fought Burfist style and they came from far and near. And it's up in the morning, lads, in wind, snow and hail. Old Fasty Hammers, lads, and lay another rail. And when the winter came, it froze them to the floor. It blew them up the viaducts and it killed them on Blea. Some died of the smallpox and some of cholera. Old Chapel and St. Leonard's has many buried there. And it's up in the morning, lads, in wind, snow and hail. Old Fasty Hammers, lads, and lay another rail. So if you ride this famous line across those heathered fells, when crossing Ribblehead viaducts, remember the tale I tell. There's Malice, Stang and Dayskill and the Deadale's lovely wilds. And Navy lads are slaving from Settle to Carlisle. And it's up in the morning, lads, in wind, snow and hail. Old Fasty Hammers, lads, and lay another rail. And it's up in the morning, lads, in wind, snow and hail. Old Fasty Hammers, lads, and lay another rail.